The seed and the rock. There was once a seed, small, unassuming, and yet brimming with untold potential. It lay nestled in the earth, a tiny promise of what could be, waiting for the moment it would burst forth into the world. The world, however, was not kind to seeds. Above it, the ground was harsh, dry, unforgiving, and thick with the weight of rocks that had stood for centuries, unyielding, unmoving, immovable. The seed, undeterred, whispered to itself, "I will not remain hidden forever." And so it began. At first, it was nothing more than a tiny stir in the soil, a slight shift that barely disturbed the quiet of the earth. The rock above, an ancient sentinel of the land, felt nothing. It had endured eons of storms, droughts, and the slow, steady march of time. Why should it care for the tremor of a single seed? But the seed did not give up. With every passing day, it pressed, its roots stretching deeper into the dark, cold earth. Slowly, steadily, it began to feel its way through the cracks in the soil, inching forward, inching up. A deep, quiet power stirred within it, a desire to reach the light, to feel the warmth of the sun, to touch the sky. The rock, still unmoving, did not notice. After all, what could a tiny seed possibly do? What force could such fragility ever hope to overcome? Days turned to weeks, weeks to months. The seed grew, not in leaps and bounds, but in the way the river carves its path through the hardest stone, with relentless patience, with purpose. It was as if the very essence of its being was determined to break through, no matter the cost. Then one day, there was a crack. It was small at first, barely perceptible, a line in the rock where the seed had finally touched the surface, where its roots had pressed so deeply into the earth that the rock could no longer withstand the force of its growth. The seed felt a surge of triumph, a pulse of energy. It was as though the earth itself had held its breath in anticipation, waiting for this moment. And the rock, ancient, proud, immovable, split. It wasn't a violent, destructive breaking. It was a quiet surrender. The seed had not forced its way through. It had simply grown. The rock could no longer deny the inevitable, the unstoppable force of nature's will. The seed had broken through, not with brute strength, but with persistence, with quiet determination. The seed, now a sprout, emerged into the sunlight. It felt the warmth of the sun on its leaves, the soft caress of the wind. The rock, now split in two, lay at its roots, no longer a barrier, but a reminder of the strength that comes from growth, from steady, unwavering determination. And as the seed looked up at the sky, it realized that this was only the beginning. The world, once so daunting, was now full of possibilities. It had broken through the rock, not by force, but by patience, by quiet resolve. The seed had become a tree, and the tree would reach for the sky, as all seeds do, driven by the simple truth. Even the hardest stone cannot withstand the power of steady, determined growth. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to help our channel grow.